Hello everyone, I'm Silent Death, and welcome to a brand new season of Kerbal Space Program. This season will be called Science Harder, because our goal this season is to make the game a little bit more difficult than the previous season. To do that, we're going to have hard settings. We are going to turn on revert, quick loading, missing crews respawn in case we screw up early. Though technically we could just edit the save to do that, but I'm lazy and I don't want to edit the save. I don't think I've ever used those before. We'll allow stock vessels just because sometimes I use those for inspiration and it doesn't really make much of a difference. We're going to bump the science down to 40%. If I can do that. Let me decrease my mouse sensitivity. There we go. That's fine. That's good. That's good. I think everything else is just how we want it. I also have a mod that greatly decreases the amount of science you get from contracts. So we're going to have to go out and explore to get some science this episode or this season. And I have tons and tons of mods installed. Let's go ahead and start the game. Gene Kerman here with a nice little welcome. Thanks, I've got it. We are using the mod-oriented tech tree, version 3. I think it is 3.1 actually, or 0.31, whatever. One of those. We also have deadly reentry. We have B9 procedural parts. We've upgraded from near to far. We have real shoots. We have this contract interface thing, which is, I think, Contracts Plus. We have the alarm clock and all the other mods that we had in the previous season. We have B9's, just the whole B9 package, including, in addition to the procedural parts, I guess. We also have remote tech. We have science packs for remote tech and ScanSat, which we have. And just numbers and numbers of other things. So let's start out with set a new altitude record and launch a new vessel. Now using the mod-oriented tech tree, we start out with liquid-fueled engines instead of the solid fuel engines you would normally start out with, which is good because using just solid fuel, I'm not sure we could actually make it off the planet. And with the latest version of Kerbal Engineer, we need this to get the engineer. We can stick on a antenna, and I don't have any action groups to do anything with that. So does this pop up here? Yeah, so that's the better interface for contract supposedly, and apparently that's stuck to my mouse now. There we go. Fix that. A heat shield for deadly reentry. Okay, I don't think we need any of that stuff. Let's go ahead and launch. Jebediah Kerman is here and ready to go. So, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lift off. A little bit too much thrust there. Slow us down a little bit. And away we go. We just need to get to 5,000 and we don't want to overshoot to 11,000 because that will make things not go well for us. We'll grab a crew report while we're here. Let's keep this data. Actually, we'll try to transmit it. really hard to click on this, and since we have remote tech installed, the antennas will not pop out automatically, which I don't like, but that is how it is. Transmit, and then we'll deactivate that. That way we can grab some more science on our way back down. So our apoapsis is a little bit over 5K. Maybe that'll be enough. Depends on how much drag we have. Looks like it's going to do. So, money here. And money there, but as you see, no science. Now then, since we're going fairly slow, we can probably go ahead and just let go of the parachute. Very different from the normal parachutes. Let this fall down a little bit. So the parachute's about to pop open, which should be at 1,000. As that is how I have it set. It's not going to be quite enough to slow us down with the engine and everything. And since we don't have action groups unlocked, we cannot really change that. So we're going to have to use our thrust to slow us down. Just so that we get a nice proper landing. Getting closer. Okay, just a little bit of thrust. That is, in fact, just enough. And there we go. Perfect landing. Let's grab our crew report from here. Crew report from the launch pad, so it still thinks we're on the launch pad, even though we're a little bit off from it. Keep that data, and let's recover the vessel. So we got 2.6 science, and not exactly the normal amount of science you see. But we are playing on science harder. A little bit of money, a little bit of reputation. Jebediah got some experience. So let's pop over here. Our next record is 11,000. We might actually be able to do that one too. I think we can. So let's do this, and this is not very much money. It's actually hardly any money. And we can also probably grab this at some point. Maybe the next time. So we'll be using basically the same vessel. We're just going to throw on another fuel tank. Jebediah once again waits on the launch pad. SAS, and in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, liftoff. Again, going a little bit fast there. So we can probably warp through some of this. Have to get up to 11,000 meters. And we want to be going at least 150 meters per second. Let's see. Going too fast again. Maybe fine control will help with that. That's better. Away we go. Still plenty of delta V. I think we'll be fine. And I believe... Uh-oh, we're not going fast enough. There we are. Test our parachute. I believe we've already gotten all the science we can from right here. Maybe we can body surf a little bit. Across... maybe I would actually want to go over onto the grassland because it's harder to land on water with the parachute like we have it right now. I don't think we can get any body lift. I don't think we're going fast enough, but we're going to try. So we've gotten a little bit of money there, and a little bit less money there. Don't seem to really be moving at all. Maybe if we go that way. I guess the parachute's probably slowing us down too much. That does drift us a little bit. Actually, if we land on the shore, that would be enough. So if we can just get us drift a little bit over. It doesn't want to. That might be close enough. We'll see. Theoretically, these parachutes should be okay with the time acceleration, but I'm not willing to risk it. And again, we're much heavier this time. So we're going to need a little bit more oomph to slow us down. A little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. And ouch. Alright, we'll get crew report from this. So that's something, 0.6 science, keep that data. We'll have to recover that. But we've gotten all of our contracts. Unpin that. And hide. We've also gotten this improved resource display, which I kind of like. I like it quite a lot, in fact. This really doesn't need to be up here, though. I wish I could make it go away. Alright, let's recover these and see what our next goal is. Next up is the 22,000 one. And then we'll try to go over to the grasslands a little bit. And we also did the engine test that we said we were going to pick up, which basically meant we launched with that engine. Pretty simple. And that's the engine, and we launched with it. That was all there was to it. Didn't pay us very much though. Looks like we're going to land where we want. I think we may want to go ahead and deploy the chute. What's our speed getting up there? Slow us down maybe? Hopefully. Don't want it to get too high or the chute will rip off and then we'll die. We are pretty heavy for this type of chute. But we don't have any kind of decouplers unlocked yet. And we still only have 5 science. Okay, we seem to be decelerating now, so we should be okay. Speed things up. And I forgot to increase the height that this parachute opens. So this is going to be a little bit nerve-wracking. It takes a couple seconds to open. And then slow us down. That scares me every single time. And we actually seem to be going just about slow enough. For some unknown reason. Maybe because we're almost out of fuel. So just a tiny bit of thrust. Stay on. There you go. Grab a crew report. Keep that data and we will recover the vessel. Now, 33,000 feet, and I don't recall if we've gotten science from way up here yet. Apparently not, so let's keep that data. Maybe we'll try going into the water this time. Worth a shot. Are we out of power or something? No. Atmosphere is thicker than I was expecting then. Okay, if you can just hold right there, Jeb, that would be kind of awesome. Alright. Speed things up as we plummet. Soon we won't be able to maintain this, but we are over the water, so it doesn't really matter anymore. Letting our speed slow down enough so that we're safe for the chutes, I hope. Alright, I think now's a good time to deploy the chute. Do not recall if I've set this one. Wobbling all over the place. How much fuel do we have? A little bit. How much money do we get from that? 10k? Okay. Speed this up. 2,000. 1,500. Slow down right about now. And that might actually be enough. Can I? It would help if I could land us at an angle. Maybe I should rotate it for these larger rockets so that the chute makes me hang at an angle, but I don't think that would work. I think it would have to be on the side somewhere. Ah, well. We can just accelerate now. A little bit more. Give me... Did that actually think it exploded? It did? Okay, that's not good. We want to transmit our science, though, so we can get some more. If I can actually click on that. Please. There we are. Review report, transmit. Crap, we don't have enough electrical charge. I think. Nope, we can get another one. Okay. And we will keep that data too. So we'll have to get that debris and recover it to get the money back. Next up, we have another altitude record to set. Now 56k. And escaping the atmosphere. There goes the music. Means it is done. So 17,000 for escaping the atmosphere. 19,000 for 56k. Next step is to orbit. That is our next contract that we have available. But approaching the limits of what we can do so far. Let's get some science though, of course. Keep that. That should take us up to enough for that we can unlock the mystery goo container, and hopefully things will proceed a little bit faster. We might actually, how much Delta V do we have? Be able to get over to the highlands? Trajectories. Oh yes, that's not unlocked yet. Ooh, we are completely out of fuel, so we're probably going to crash horribly. Well, crap. If we crash, I have a save, I can reload, and we'll do it again without you having to watch it. But this is just what we're going to do. Fast forward to the landing, or crashing, whatever happens. Well, we've technically made it down. If we can maybe turn on SAS, we can stop enough for us to recover the vessel. Yep. Unfortunately, while we were plummeting, I tried to extend the antenna to transmit the science that we have, and it snapped off. So we cannot get any more science because we cannot deviate yet. So that was all for naught. Darn. Well, let's see if we have enough science to unlock anything. Yes, we apparently have 13 science. and 80k. How much money do we need to... 140k before we can EVA. Or we could do that one. Decisions. I think we're going to go with here. So this is the new mod-oriented tech tree. We have up here basic rocketry with the liquid-fueled engine and the FLT400 fuel tank. One of the things we have is modular fuel tanks, so that can go in there. Then we have basic aerodynamics, which is apparently a lot more advanced than the vanilla aerodynamics. It's like a bunch of B9 stuff in here. We already get the cockpits. Get some air intakes, jet engine, some landing gear. That's pretty awesome to have the landing gear before we had the wings. Or when we had the wings, which we do not have normally. Then we have some remote tech stuff. Some Staputnik comm things. Some SAS and things of that nature. Some better chutes. That's pretty freaking amazing. The Mystery Goo landing gear, which would also help. Radial mount parachutes. Very, very awesome. A decoupler. Okay, yeah, we would definitely want this. So, electronics. Procedural batteries. Power. That could be good for getting some probes. How much is that? 30 science. Re-entry. So heat shield, another heat shield, a radial chute, some extra large parachutes. It's a drogue parachute. And this is just a normal parachute. Okay. And this one, some lights, just lights and batteries. We'll probably go with this next, though, I'm thinking. Having flight so that we can do some more money-making contracts seems like a good idea. I, however, feel that it is probably close to time to end this episode already. Don't really want to leave, but I have to go. I think I'll do some of the science that's like on the runway and stuff between episodes and see what we have when we come back next time. Like if you like, subscribe if you're not, leave a comment if you have anything to say. I do read all comments. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time!